It's Bourbon Night. Hello, I'm Chad.
I'm Sarah.
Sarah, I'm having a little bit of deja vu. I feel like we've done this before, but what is this?
So this is George Dickel Bottled and Bond 11 year.
L- 11 year, which apparently was 2, 1 and 1.
This is Chad's 11.
It's this many.
Oh, have you been drinking?
Not yet, but we're gonna fix that.
So we've done this before in that we've done the 13 year.
Yeah, last year's 2019 version, 2020 version, 2 years less old, but a little bit more money.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, that seems to be commonplace for the
Yeah.
time, right? You know, you could consider us late to the game on this one because, you know, a lot of other people have put reviews out there, but that's what got us to try last year's.
That's
was
all
this
the talk.
divisiveness between it. And then the talk we've been hearing this year, well, I don't know. Should we not? I'm sure you've already heard it.
Yeah, we don't want to put anything in your heads. We don't really have anything in our heads, but we just thought it was worth a revisit because it is getting a lot of talk. So
Pause for cork pop.
Whoa, that one
Okay.
wanted to fight you a little.
It did, a little bit.
Plus, you know, if you guys watch a lot, our Dickle normally doesn't line up with our flavor profile. If it's sourced from Dickle, I can tell, even if it's not on the bottle. And it's like, you know, you just learn to pick up those flavor profiles of certain distilleries, and you find out ones that you really love and ones that you don't, but there's something for everyone, and yeah.
So last year, the thing was Flintstone vitamins, right? That's what the internet was saying.
And I totally got it.
We actually, we uncorked it on a live. We weren't too wild about it, but we were trying to keep an open mind, especially when we heard that when you let it open up, it does better. We tried it later, I think on another live, like a month later, and it wasn't working for us. So I feel like this is round 2. It's personal. Whiskey Advocates Whiskey of the Year, the 2019 version, the 13-year version.
Really? I mean, not everyone's going to love everything.
Absolutely
no one's
not.
going to 100% agree on anyone's anything of the year, so.
That's right. This one cost us $42.99. We actually bought it today. That was at Total Wine, so $42.99 before tax. And I think last year's was around $36 MSRP. We had to pay more for it. You know, actually, we saw this about a month ago and left it on the shelf because like, ugh. But that's not the mindset to have.
No.
If you don't try something again, especially when it's a different edition, a different expression or version,
like I said,
you never know. Sarah, take a nose.
I shall. Intriguing.
I don't know right off the bat if I could have said, hey, that's Dickle.
I definitely could not have. It doesn't have that typical nose, which can sometimes come off like a little chalky.
Yes.
I don't know how
medicinal.
else to... Yeah, like a medicinal chalkiness. Well, I think that's where the whole Flintstones vitamins thing came from. Like it was like a little bit of licorice, but like also fruity, but also just like
chalky.
a little chalky.
Yeah.
And so that's, I think, what brought to mind Flintstone vitamins. But I wouldn't describe the nose on this that way.
I get the Dickle nuttiness, but it's like maybe I shouldn't even say Dickle nuttiness. I just get nuttiness.
Yeah.
But it's like more what we like in a nuttiness.
Yeah, I still get a little bit of orange zest, you know, brown sugar, maybe like a tiny hint of butterscotch, but...
There's like some spicy honey kind of in there. Just
that's
like
spicy honey.
Yeah, that's spicy
well,
honey.
like a honey barbecue wing or something.
Yes. I mean, you know, it's 100 proof. We should say that, bottle and bond, obviously. It's got a little bit of pepper, but I'm also getting sort of this smooth honey type of nose.
Now that I've said honey barbecue, though, with the pepper and the sweet and the... Yeah, I'm kind of getting that.
And then like a dry walnut or almond type of nut.
Yeah.
Lagoon.
Legume?
Lagoon?
Not a lagoon.
Not a lagoon.
That's what you swim. You can swim in.
Well, I want both. All right, let's dive in.
Okay. Yes.
Lagoon. Wait just 1 minute. Stop the presses. Sarah, is this good?
I'm not sure yet. It is a surprise to me. I don't know though yet. I need another sip. I gotta give it a second. It's gotta rest. We gotta get to know each other just a little.
Yes.
Because again, this is like, you know, say you met somebody once in passing and they just gave you the wrong vibe, and then next time you have to have dinner with them, you're not just going to be like, so, how are you?
You're going to be guarded.
You're going to be a little guarded. You're going to be like,
I need to get this out before I forget it.
Get it.
Paprika.
Paprika.
I don't paprika. I don't want to put too much into the first sip, like you just said.
Right.
Want for that second. But the spice that I was getting on that first was more kind of like a paprika. It wasn't the pepper. Not a long finish.
No.
Not very dark.
I get a little bit of warmth, but that's just off of one sip. I need to go. You keep talking.
I think I'm done because the finish is gone, and it hasn't given me really any type of hug to speak of.
In the middle, it's like the back 3/4, there's a glimpse of last year's. Mm-hmm. Just a peek. And it kind of hangs a little on the finish, too. However, from memory, I find this much more enjoyable.
For sure. And we should say, we brought the other one.
We did.
So we're going to try it.
We are. Let's do that.
Yeah. Second sip, more of like a dark rum type of finish.
Mm-hmm.
I am now getting a hug.
Yeah, hug.
And it went on kind of this weird... there's what I love about giving notes on whiskey is there's no wrong answer, right? Because taste is subjective. A warm donut in the middle. Like there's this doughy...
I have not heard that before.
I've never said it. There's this doughy bread, almost like a yeasty quality.
No, I'm following you.
Baking, but not baked.
Wasn't quite cooked through. Interesting.
Yeah.
I like this. No, I think I agree with you though. Like, I'm never trying to give notes because I feel like notes are and I must give 5 things on each thing. Like I am just saying what comes in my mind, and also it's like, let me paint you a picture. I'm trying to Bob Ross this for you, okay? We're making happy donuts that are slightly undercooked.
Happy donuts. Happy little donut trees.
No, you kind of gotta just suspend that, like, I'm supposed to be getting what you're getting or whatever.
Right, yes.
And you just are along for the ride with us. So enjoy, buckle up.
I do 3 sips in. It is a short finish. This is not a long finish. It does give you a little bit of a hug. It does kind of show its proof. We should say the mash bill, by the way, 84% corn, 8% rye, 8% malted barley.
Without thinking about how I feel about this, I have gone back for more sips of this than I have any other Dickel
ever.
Ever.
Forever. I would like to know how this opens up, so we're going to let it stay in this glass for about 10 minutes. Then we're going to bring out last year's 13-year and try them side by side.
Compare and contrast.
While we wait, it's perfect time to tell you about whiskyambitions.com. It's our home on the internet for, t-shirts like we're both wearing, the Glencairns that we're drinking from, the water glasses that we're drinking from. We also have rocks glasses now back in stock. That's right, rocks glasses now back in stock. Challenge coins and more always coming soon. That's whiskyambitions.com.
I feel like we should do it at the time of this filming.
At the time of the
restrictions may apply.
Results may vary.
Well, if you want to know about when things come back in stock or get the first crack at merch, you can become a patron at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight and join our community for as little as $1 a month.
Get some discounts.
We've always got a good conversation going on over there. Plus, we do after the episode exclusives, another round with Chad and Sarah, podcasts, polls, and more.
Bam. All right. Leave it be. Be right back. Welcome back.
I like to know it's even better now.
I don't know. I'm getting a whiff of Dickel past.
Really? I'm getting more like caramelized sugars and.
Well, yes, it has gotten.
Still some orange.
More sort of butterscotchy and caramel brittle, but I'm smelling that chalkiness a little bit.
Okay.
A tiny bit. Maybe it's just me being nervous about it.
Nothing to be nervous about, Chad.
Okay. We're gonna say, are we in the trust tree?
We're in the trust.
Safe place?
Yeah.
Okay. A little harsher this time.
A little bit.
A little bit more of a kick.
Yeah.
Still dies off pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I can hear the whispers, but I feel like only if I'm looking for it.
Right. That's kind of what I was saying before. Like, there's a moment in there where it's like, oh, there you are.
Oh, there you are, Peter.
But I think that this benefits, I mean, not that last year's didn't. I do think that this benefits from the age, though, too. It's definitely, you can taste that maturity. I
gotta say, I think I was liking it better.
I gotta agree with you. I was liking it better a few minutes ago.
We need to pour this into a slightly smaller bottle.
All right, well, since we're feeling that way, let's pull out last year's. I'm interested.
As you can see, we haven't done a whole lot of damage to it. Actually, it's about the same.
It's about the same.
Wow.
So yeah, you can tell how we felt about this one based on how much is left in the bottle. All right, 2019's version. Let's see. Oh, Flintstones nose.
Miles different.
So different.
This is the red flag nose.
I don't think I can get behind this.
that we pick out in some source things. You're like, where's this? Well, it says from Tennessee. I don't know where it's. It's Dickle again.
I don't think I would.
We'll have to play Find the Dickle.
No, Chad.
with
Absolutely
4
not.
whiskeys, one of them being a Dickle. Play. I've hidden the Dickle. Find the Dickle. I said what I said. 2019. Here we go.
It starts out like, oh, a glimmer. Oh,
But it so quickly turns.
so quickly. Of the year.
Of the year. Sarah.
The year.
Now, we're not here to judge anyone's
But we had a lot of stuff last
judgments.
year. We're not judging your judgments.
No.
We're all just judging. I can't.
It doesn't.
It's a little hard.
It doesn't do well on the finish. Well, really any part except that first millisecond. It's overtly sweet. It tastes kind of chalky, sort of that Flintstone vitamin.
This particular one, but it's funny because I don't get that on the 2020,
So we're
the
still
11
doing
year.
this one?
Yes.
Okay.
You're right. It's got weird layer of flavors going on. Like I just took medicine sweetness and
Like they were trying to
And then
cover
there's
up
also
this
oak in there.
medicinal taste, but they did not do a good job with it.
However, I will say, I think that even though this won, awards last year, or award, I don't know any other ones than that, but could be. It seems like I would count this as an improvement, a definite improvement.
To
me,
miles and away.
Yes.
Let's just set this up.
Let's just take this out of the picture.
But let's talk about the 2020 now. It's recommend or not time. $42.99 is what we paid for it. A little increase in price from last year, but
But do you think that's a fair price for an 11-year bottled and bond?
I think so. Well, I always say I don't care the age.
True.
I don't care the proof. If it's good or not, it will, if it's a value. Or
Agree
not.
with you on those things.
Just going on the taste profile, I would say this could be considered an incredible value if it were in the lower 30 range. I think 43, you're creeping up towards, in your mind, you're like, well, for this, you start doing that, well, for this, I could get
Everyone does.
And let's just rattle off some of those real quick. You're in rare breed territory. Mm-hmm. You are in Pikesville territory. You're in Knob Creek single barrel territory.
You've surpassed like Eagle Rare territory.
Yeah, you are close to like a Old Forester 1920 if you want to, pay a little bit more. For value, I'm thinking more along the lines of early times bottled and bond, old tub, things that are in the 20s to, just approaching 30. This being 43, I don't think I could say this is like the new value hit of the summer.
No.
It's a remarkable improvement to me. This is now my favorite Dickle product that I've ever tasted.
Okay.
Better than the Sweetens Cove.
You think so?
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I have to do
Again,
it.
I'd like to try them next to each other. It's one of those two. However, we're talking $42.99 versus $200, so I could easily say I would give it to this one, I think.
Yeah, you could get 4 bottles.
I think it's hard for me. So if I'm looking at this just on paper from the outside, I don't think $42.99 is a ridiculous price. I think it's a fair price for what you're getting here.
I think it's fair. I think
it's
it
a fair
knocks
price.
it out of the value category.
Sure, I wouldn't call
for what it is.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, if you are all hung up on age, then, an 11-year product for $42 is fair. With McKenna, now it's not less than 40 anywhere you go, pretty much.
Pretty much,
And
yeah.
that's a 10-year. So I'm just like trying to put it in perspective. And
Put
it's
like
also
a bar.
it's
Yeah.
also a bottled and bond. So it's around that price. I would say that's a fair mark for something of this category.
Yeah.
Agree with you that it's my favorite Dickle that I've had so far. Unfortunately, it is still just not the flavor profile that resonates with me. And so,
I hear ya.
would I take that $43, and again, back to this conversation, would I personally take that $43 and purchase this? I would not.
Okay.
For me. Do
So-
I think it's a fair price? I do. But this is just not my choice.
I'm hearing you.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
If you liked last year's, I think you will like this one as well.
I don't know.
I just don't know. I'm just saying, like,
I would like to do a test.
I think it's at a price point where you could try it.
Yes.
And it's not gonna hurt.
Yeah, you could also get a pour at a bar for probably a reasonable price. I would actually love to do a survey. Did you love last year's Bottled Bond? Yes. If so, do you like this year's?
Like a decision tree?
I don't know, because if you like that, this isn't that.
That's a certain flavor direction, yeah.
Did you hate last year's? Yes. Did you like this year's? I think it's more likely that you would say yes. Okay, so here's mine. I wanted to give it a thumbs up just for, like, this would get most improved player award.
Ooh, I agree.
Most improved player to our taste. Taste is subjective, obviously. Would I recommend that you spend $43 on this? Again, I can't say if you liked last year's or not because I don't know which way that would skew. But I'm with you, Sarah. I would spend that $43 on something that just has a longer finish, has more complexity to it, and is, you know, I feel like this is more around a $30 to $35. So I'm also think I'm gonna have to give it a thumbs down.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, we can only speak for ourselves, and
it's not like last year's where it was, how many thumbs do I have? I want
to give them all down.
I want to give them all down.
Yeah.
We've rattled on long enough here.
We definitely have.
So that'll do it for us. Hey, if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed yet, we'd love to have you. You can click right up here to do that. There's also suggestions of other videos right down here. We hope to see you over there in those. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
Okay. Until next time, drink more bourbon.